So we bought, developed, and acquired over $200 million worth of real estate in Q4 of 2024. And this is on the road to our big goal of $1 billion. So here's a high-level strategy of how we pulled that off. Charlie? And then for next year, we haven't talked about yet, we've got a 5-property recap deal that Charlie negotiated, which we're very excited about.
We have acquired a deal in Las Vegas, 2020 construction. We're buying a deal here in Phoenix, which is really, really rare in today's market, built in 312 units down in Tucson.
So those are the 3 deals. And then for next year, we haven't talked about yet, we've got a 5-property recap deal that Charlie negotiated, which we're very excited about. What that means is we're gonna take equity out of properties that we've had for a long period of time, keep the properties, bring in a new partner, recycle the money, and buy 3 to 5 new deals. And that'll give us, call it 8 to 10 new deals.
I have a real estate company with over 10,000 apartments. So one deal was a 182 unit building that was a senior property in a senior area in Arizona.
This is a system, man. This St. Mary's Food Bank, they do 8 million pounds a month to the public. And we're here today to help. We started with a volunteer day or a VTO day. We gave every employee 2 days off a year to spend it however they wanted. But it had to be a charity that we recognized. And that actually was pretty popular. So then that turned into hiring a full-time director of philanthropy, Lynn, who coordinated all of this. Every place we are, like in Texas and Nevada, corporate offices, construction, development, everyone takes the day off, a volunteer day. It's really fun. It's actually been good for the company culture too. Like, we didn't expect this. Look at the energy here with all the people. Like everybody's pumped, right? Just like when you were a kid, you'd go on a field trip. You got to stand for something bigger than just money. You know?
So I structure Ken's week by organizing what he's doing on each day and making it pretty consistent so he knows what he's going to be doing each week in general. It also makes it a lot easier for scheduling instead of it being all over the place. Each day is dedicated to one aspect of the business. For example, Mondays, we're doing a lot of filming. We're doing a lot of podcasts. I space out some time in there for his prep. He's got to be prepping and putting his ideas together there. His Tuesdays are all of his MC meetings, other meetings that are relevant to his business. And so I really try to keep it consistent that it's Monday, Tuesday that he's the busiest. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, some things that he's doing, but I really try to keep it more open. And especially Fridays, he's got to have time to be thinking and strategizing. I mean, that's a huge part of his success is because he takes time to research. I also manage his email. He gets a ton of emails every single day. He obviously does not want to be looking at all of that. So I weed out what's important, what's not important. The red, yellow, green that I do is a tag. The red indicates that Ken needs to look at that so he can quickly see what is important for that day. Or when he gets time to look through his emails, he can see what he needs to be doing first. Yellow is stuff that Ken and I need to work on together. So I have most of an idea of what we need to do with that email. And then green is I'm already taking care of it. So he can really ignore that. Sometimes it's important for him to just see what that might be. Maybe he just needs to take a look really quick. So that clears up his brain space. So he's not having to read through hundreds of emails every single day. Ken will never tell you, but his life is extremely stressful. I, for one, could not keep up with his schedule. Really important thing for him is he just has fun with it. He has that mindset that it's not stressful, but really let him focus on the strategy and let him have that time to think. I try to do that by thinking in the way that he's going to process through his day. You need to build up that relationship and understand who that person is to understand what's important to them. It's really about prioritizing.
So these people, what they did is they spent $1.5 million
to do the interior, what they call tenant improvements or TIs on the space. And they signed it for what, 8 or 9 years?
It was 10 years when they signed it.
Before they moved in, they got acquired by a private equity company and they never moved in.
Fire to see.
And how many square feet?
It's 13,350 and we're in 12,1 right now.
I saw the plan. I actually studied it a lot over the weekend. If we could build the studio out and make that my office,
Oh, okay.
but also a studio,
Uh-huh.
right? Because we only film in there 3, 4, 5 hours a
Right,
week.
right.
These are a lot of commercial real estate people primarily. So you're going to find retail, office, multifamily, lenders, architects, contractors, anybody that's in the commercial real estate space. It's called BizNow. They're out of New York. They're really a media company, basically event a month here in Phoenix, and they have them all over the U.S.
Really?
Yeah, for the different markets. And people that are trying to network, and if you want to find somebody to build for, or you're an architect, or you're a lender, or I mean, I was just talking to a friend of mine who I'm on the panel with, Simon, who is doing Targets and Whole Foods. What he does, he's a YPO guy.
I think I've met some of your team at like AMA type stuff, so just see them in the field and stuff like that.
Started.
Ken McElroy, we are 24th year in business. We have about just under 10,000 apartments, and we're multifamily in Nevada, Texas, and Arizona. Break ground on and 2, 3 more in pre-development, and we're buying. So